Hi everyone, welcome to another Skyrim mod feature episode 38. I want to kick off this episode by focusing on Whiterun. I have two mods to show you from this area, and the first is called Lively Whiterun. And what this mod does is it adds a couple of new elements to the city, things like trees. You just saw a cart there at the start, and there's a few other things dotted around. And it's kind of aimed at being more performance friendly than a couple of the Whiterun mods that you see out there at the moment. In light of that, performance is fairly decent. I did drop 5 frames here and there when walking around the town at the busy times. However, I generally got between 50 and 60 frames, which is very decent for Whiterun, especially when things have been added to the city. It can get quite congested. So if you're looking for a more performance friendly overhaul of Whiterun, this may be the mod that you're looking for. The thing is, it adds does bring a lot of vibrancy to the city and just makes a bit more of an impact over the vanilla version. Next, we're going to focus just outside of Whiterun near the stable area with Tali's Whiterun exterior mod. This mod too is aimed at being performance friendly by adding a few new things to the exterior of Whiterun in a minimalistic fashion. Basically, this mod adds a new area next to Whiterun stables, which consists of a new walled section, several hay bales, a couple of carts, an open fire and a new horse pen. As I said at the start, this mod is very minimalistic, but what it does is it gives this area more impact and gives you something different to look for during a new playthrough. Here we can see some before and after shots of exactly what is added, and as you can see, it is only a little bit, but it does make a big difference in game. Next up is a mod called Throwing Weapons Lite. Again, I'm in Whiterun, but that was only by coincidence because they had some areas to shoot things at. And here we can see that you get with this mod several throwable items. You have some knives, some axes and also some spears. The new weapons are available as scrolls, which means you do get the magic animation when throwing them. It's not too much of a concern, but is something to be aware of. The scrolls have also been added to the level list, which means they will appear on enemies at random, and they can also be used by NPCs. The weapons also level with your character's skill and take into account the sneak bonuses. I threw this next scene in here just to show that after you throw them you can pick them back up again. Obviously this will differ if you're throwing them at an enemy, they may not be on the dead body, but in general if you throw them at a static object you will be able to pick them up again. This is a very nice low script mod and is definitely worth a try. For this next mod we move away from Whiterun, but not too far. We're in the neighbouring town of Riverwood. This mod is called Hunters of Riverwood, and the name is pretty self-explanatory. What it does is it adds 2 new NPCs to the Riverwood area who are hunters, and you can purchase off them things that you would expect from an NPC hunter. The hunters have their own little campsite, which is just across the river from the town and just before you get to Elise's cabin to the west. It's in a really nice location and a pretty decent location for hunters as well. There's a lot of game that runs around this area and it's a very logical position. There's also a wood log bridge which goes across the river, but there is a version of the mod which is available that doesn't have this bridge included, so you can choose which version you prefer. Last up in this video we have the RTS Hairpack. Now I'm not usually too bothered about hair mods, I usually just use the vanilla versions with a couple of nicer textures over the top. But this new Hairpack really looks quite nice in game and really has some inspired designs. In total this mod adds 18 new hairstyles to the game and they're all available from the vanilla race menu, so you can open that up in game and choose your desired hairstyle. The hairs are also available for all vanilla races as well as custom ones, and the accessories that you see on them will keep their original colour even when you change the hair colour itself. So if you're looking for some new hairstyles then I definitely recommend this mod. I really do like it and I probably will keep it on in my load order. I'd really like it if it was possible to add these to NPCs as well, and hopefully this will be a functionality added in the future, or I may just go around adding them to NPCs myself. That's pretty much going to bring me to the end of another Skyrim mod feature, episode 38. Now if you've liked any of the mods that I've shown in this video, the links are provided in the description below, so you can head along to the mod authors pages to check them out there. And also if you do download them and use them in your game, please do remember to endorse the mods on the Skyrim Nexus. So I'll leave you now with the additional scenes of the RTS Hairpack. And as always guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.